Good day, everyone. Ace Farmer Kevin here. Hope you all having a great day slash night wherever you happen to be out here. Today I'll be covering the Arisen Waygate, what it is, and some tips and tricks to help you with the Arisen Waygate today. The theme for this month is the Mountain of Jotunheim in June. We have 7 different raids here and a little bit of description about the Arisen Waygate. In Arisen Waygate events, join the entire community in taking down global raids. Global raids have seemingly infinite HP, and you will be rewarded for your total damage dealt during the event for up to 10 times normal raid rewards. Rewards begin rolling out when this Waygate closes. And a little description as well. Deep in the mountains lay the fallen kingdom of Jotunheim. Once the land of proud smiths and giants, few remain today. So let me take and pull up the good old websites right here. I'll be going over them from the lowest to the highest and giving some tips on each one in order to help you take them out, no matter what your level. The first one we have is Formor. Arguably, Formor has been the least prolific of Fomorian rulers. Appointed by a Ballad king, he is a master in creating illnesses, as you can see with the different debuffs that he can do to you. So I'd recommend bringing a Fey Eye and an Anku ring when fighting this one to help you prevent from being blinded and being put to sleep. And you can see it drops mithril and platinum for the main materials, as well as stone and wood if you need those, as well with some of the basic potions and some other stuff like the Jewel of Fomoria and the XP potion. And you'll need a grand total of 4 million damage dealt to it. Moving on to the next one, we have King Los Afar. As days fade, the nameless king of the Los Salfar has shown himself. You can see you can find him during the winter/summer solstice, which happened earlier this month. He'll be doing Blight, Blind, Frozen, with all the different attacks that it has. So I'd recommend bringing the Fey Eye again, as well as an Anwin ring, in order to help you with some immunities against King of the Losalfar. He drops skeleton keys, so that's great. Crack Mirror and other things. Ring of Dawn and the Ring of Day. That will dismantle into Lightstone and Pure Lightstone for a lot of the gear that it has here. And you'll need a total of 9.9 almost million damage dealt to this one. Next up, we have Thronemaker Neith, a goddess of wisdom. Neith migrated to the north from the Thronemaker's events. You can see where you can find it in the World Raid, Kingdom Raid, and Other Realms Raid. This one needs a total of 20.5 million damage done to it. The skills is it can cause Curse, Bleed, Attack down, and Defense down. So I recommend bringing an Anwin ring and then bringing Cure Bleed in your fight against it if you are a fellow redliner like I am, in order to prevent yourself from being defeated, because Wisp Peel will not remove Bleed. That's a little tip right there for y'all. And it drops the Aru armor and the Kosef, which dismantles into the Avalor, which I do need a lot of it to help me upgrade a piece of gear from the last one of the Arisen Waygate raids. Next one we have Yggdrasil, which is Pergosh's least favorite raid to do. The Great Yggdrasil, once a symbol of life, now fallen. You need a grand total of 53 million damage done to it to get the max rewards. It can petrify you, poison you, rot with the earth and the petrify skills. The Tree of Demise and the Tree of Life are the skills that help reduce the amount of damage you can take. As you can see here, Tree of Demise gives you a 100% increase to the stats, but it makes it weak to holy attacks. And then the Tree of Life, same thing, 100%, but makes you weak to dark attacks. That's a little tip right there to help defeat that. So I recommend bringing the Stony Pendant or the Vithra Charm or Ymir Vithra Charm, as well as the Briny Pendant to fight it, and it will drop all the wonderful different types of herbs, as well as 2 different bottles, and the Askar Embla armor that can dismantle into Solarites, Soul, and Earthstone. Next up we have Fallen King Arthas. Many see Arthas as perhaps the greatest ruler of this land has seen. When the falling took him, Avalon suffered quite the loss. So that one you'll have to do 48.6 million damage to get the max rewards. And it will do the basic elemental attacks, as well with horizontal slash and other debuffing spells. And King's Reign can cause curse, so I recommend bringing the Anwin Ring and the Anku Ring when you're fighting King Arthas, and it drops the Avalon gear, which dismantles into, if you guessed it, Avalon ore. And I like the helmet very much because it's one of the best swashbuckler helmets out there for the swash people. Shout out to those people. And it also gives you immunities against curse and petrify. Moving on, we will have the second to last, Arisen Merlin. Merlin was the most famed and powerful sorcerer of Avalon, and his demise just may have contributed to the ultimate decay of the Great Kingdom. This difficult raid will garnish rewards for most player levels, meaning that no matter what your level is, if you're tier 10 or you're tier 7, I believe is the lowest one. Let me check. From the alpha, actually tier 5, I stand corrected. Then you can get gear from the Arisen Merlin or the regular Merlin if you have some around from the Merlin event earlier this month. For Merlin, you'll have to do 80.5 million damage in order to get the max rewards from it. And Merlin has all different types of status ailments and debuffs that it can do to you. The ultimate attack of Merlin is Starscream, which will cause defense and resistance down 2, curse, blind, and burning, as well as with many other debuffs with these different effects. So my tip would be to bring the Arisen Art Gadget or the Art Gadget to help prevent your defense and resistance being lowered, and either the Briny Pendants or the Anwin Ring in order to help you with the other one, depending on your preference. Or if you like using lots of panaceas like me, you can forego the Art Gadgets and you can go with the Anwin Ring and the Briny Pendants in order to fight off against the debuffs that this one has. Now what's cool is that Merlin drops the Merlin's Concoction, which is great for those magic casters out there. When consuming this, it will give you temporary magic up 3, and as you can see here, it's dropped by both the Merlins and Obe from the Warniversary Arisen Waygates. So there we go, and some of the gear dismantles into Avalon ore as well for the tier 9 and tier 10 stuff. Last but certainly not least is the last Hippogriff, the last of its kind. Only the famed Rougarou can tame such a rare beast. It's from the current event now, the Fallen Heroes of Avalon, and the total amounts of damage due in order to get the max rewards is 280.1k damage. So this is something that's going to take quite a while. Luckily, we do have 2 3/4 days in order to do it, rough about. And this one can do Octoblast, which can cause many different debuffs. Also, the Unrelenting Fury, which can cause stun, bleeding, and defense down. As well as the Grand Tempest, which will, when you get windswept, it will reduce your crit rates by 40 to 50%, I believe, which isn't very nice for a fellow crit person like myself. So my tip when fighting against the last Hippogriff would be to have the Stun Pendant or the Stony Pendant. Sorry, rearrange. The Steady Pendant, which has a chance to prevent you from being stunned, or the Ymir Vithera Charm or the Vithera Charm, as well as the Art Gadgets to help reduce your defense chance from the Unrelented Fury. And the cool things that drop in this one are the Wind Tamer Shield and the shoes, as well as the other gear that is geared around the apex and has some swashbuckler capabilities for those deities out there that can wear this. Or technically it's for everyone. As you can see, it does give you a good amount of magic on it, but it also has a low defense, which is cool as well. It gives you immunity to Windswept, which is great. So I'll definitely be using my Wind Tamer shoes against the last Hippogriff myself in order to help me not be Windswept. And I need some more Avalon ore from the raid in order to take in Demon Forge my boots. But that's going to be about it for my Arisen Waygate guide for the month of June. If you have any questions, don't feel free to take and reach out to me on my Discord. Links in the description, and I'll be putting the website as well in the description so you can find out all this information. I'll be going live roughly about 1 to 2 hours, where I'll be getting my 90th Ascension level live on stream today, and we'll see what's in store, what my next Ascension block will be. Thanks all for watching. Have a great rest of your day/nights, and I will catch y'all in the next video or live. Peace.